Hello, my dearest loved ones. I know that it has been a hot minute since you all have seen me. And for that, I would say that I'm sorry because a part of me am. I am very sorry that I have not been around to give you all guidance. But with everything that has happened these past few months, it definitely took a toll on my vibration. It took a toll on who I was as an individual. And my vibration fell so below average that I ended up not being able to hear my spirit guides, that I could not conduct the energies that I am used to conducting. And so for that, I am very sorry. Took some time to myself, had to take some time. And now I've gotten to a point where I actually got a card reading from somebody who I love very dearly, love him to pieces. And essentially what I gathered from that was I needed to step back into the light. I needed to step back into what I was doing. And ever since then, this happened last week, my intuition has trained to be like kickstart. You know how you turn over kind of like a car battery and it kind of works and then it doesn't, and then it kind of works and then it doesn't? Well, it finally kind of clicked. It finally turned over, turned back on, and my spirit guides had a lot to say. And they weren't degrading by any means. No. But they definitely did tell me that I needed to get back to what I was doing because my collective of individuals needed me. And again, they weren't malicious, they weren't mean. They understood why I took the time that I did. And now that time has come to an end. So before we get started, I do want to make something clear that this may not be an everyday thing because I'm still getting back into the flow of things. I have every intention on doing the new moons and full moons to the best of my ability. I plan on touching base with the zodiacs as we move forward, but there is no set structure with this. There is not. And I think that was part of my problem to begin with, was I was trying to set a structure for this, because structure is always good, but it was hindering my ability to read for you. It always felt like a chore to read for you. So bear with me as we get back into the swing of things. I, again, am very sorry that I left you all in some of your times of need. I'm hoping to rebuild that now and get us back to where we need to be. So thank you all for your patience during this time of self-reflection. Let's do self-reflection. But now it's time for us to brush the dirt off, pick ourselves back up, and get back in motion. Because this world right now needs people like us. Like us. Me and you. Not just me. So let's see where we're going today. Let's see what wants to come through. My ears are already ringing. It's been a feat. I felt like somebody pushed me off of a mountain that I was standing on and I tumbled all the way back down the hill. Of course, there's self-love. Of course, there's self-love. And it took a lot of self-love to get to that point where I could touch my vibrations again. I'm not completely there, but we'll get there together. We will get there together. So let's see where we're going. Let's see what wants to come through. This is going to be different. I don't know how I'm going to do this, but underneath we've got reclaim. Reclaim. I'm not surprised here. We've got the creator, the seeker, the observer. I'm going to do it just like this. the outlaw, and the universe. I'm going to pull one more. The sage. With all of these cards, here, it is about tapping back in to who you are, much like I have done. I know there is a collective of you that, without a guiding light, has kind of lost the way forward, which I understand. It's hard to see in the dark. It really is. It is very hard to see in the dark. But it's within that darkness that we learn our own struggles. We learn who we are as people, as individuals. And it makes me think of the hermit. It makes me feel as though you have to sometimes go through the dark in order to remember what the light was like. And this energy here is about reclaiming who you are as a creator, as a seeker of knowledge and truth, as the observer, someone who sees the bigger picture, someone who sometimes has to break the rules to do things the unconventional way in order to get forward in the universe, to understand that it's not just about me, it's about us. It's about a collective and a sage, wrapping all of that up together into one force to be able to conduct it forward, to be able to use that power and move forward. Let's see where we're going. Let's see what else wants to come through. Underneath, we have the Page of Cups, the Devil Energy, the Queen of Swords, the Seven of Wands, and the Ten of Cups. Above, we have the Page of Swords, Temperance, the Star, the Nine of Wands, and the Queen of Pentacles. Most of you, like me, were kind of pushed off that mountain, that metaphorical mountain of that high vibration that we were all standing at. And how that shows up here is the Page of Cups and the Devil, along with the Page of Swords and the Temperance. This is kind of like two sides of a coin. You remember, I was telling you that without the dark, we don't necessarily understand the light, and vice versa. We need both. It is about the balance of the universe, the balance of who we are as individuals. Some days will be really good, some days will be really bad. It happens. It's all about that pendulum of balance swinging back and forth. Emotionally, I feel like there has been some struggles with how the world is being run right now, with how we're handling the rise of different groceries and gas prices and all of these other things. And it doesn't even have to be about, what is happening externally. It can be about, things that's happening on a personal level. Feeling confined and contained. Fear. Fear is kind of like a death grip on people right now. And that's understandable. You are not alone. And there's a truth here. Queen of Swords. There is a truth here that I do feel as though needs to be found. And that truth can be about hope, can be about rebalancing yourself, the Star, the Temperance, the Page of Swords. It's interesting because with the Page of Swords and the Queen of Swords is underneath. It's right here in the middle. The Page of Swords starts the first top row. And so I do feel as though that truth is going to help push you forward. My truth was I could no longer hide in the shadows. I could no longer sit and dwell in that darkness. Not when people needed me. I've told you all time and time and time again that my job here is to help people. I haven't been doing much help these past few weeks. And I do feel as though that's what's hindered my ability to step into this light. But again, when I got that reading, when my own power was used against me, was when the light bulb finally went off. And I was like, oh, this is what I also need to be doing. And some of you could have moments like that, where your skill set is kind of used, not against you, but used to kind of trigger you as an individual. Like, I don't know why I've got a mechanic going through my mind, but it's almost like a car breaks down, and you're a mechanic, but you can't figure out how to fix it. So you take it to another mechanic, or another mechanic comes over, one of your friends come over and look at it, and it's like, oh, this is your problem. And you're like, oh, how could I have not seen that before? That's what this is. It's almost like a reflection that sometimes even the best of us need help. And so, as this truth moves through your world, as it's moving through the rest of us, hope is starting to bloom. Hope is starting to appear. Even in the most outlandish of places, it's starting to appear, it's starting to bloom. And that's what I feel like triggers the rest of this energy. The Seven of Wands and the Ten of Cups. Putting boundaries, doing the work, and striving forward into what it is that you want. This is the undercurrent of it all. Where what you show people is there's healing. And your self-worth is being reclaimed. And understanding of who you are is being brought back into focus. And that's what needs to happen right now. Like I said, it's not just one piece of the puzzle now. It's a bunch of these pieces coming together to bring about you, to bring about the collective. The Page of Wands, the Hierophant, the Nine of Swords, the Knight of Swords. So, okay. We're touching on a bigger scope of things today. I've been talking about the way that the country's been run, which some of you approve, some of you don't. I'm not here to dispute that. But what you cannot dispute is that some people, it has brought about fear. And I'm not trying to get political by any means, because this is not a political thing. But there's something here about the hierarchy, the way that things are traditionally done, the way that things are being done, that's causing stress. And I feel as though that this is where the Knight of Swords comes in. The Knight of Swords is a messenger of truth. And that truth is sparking this energy. This truth is driving people forward to create change. And that's what it's meant to do. You're not meant to take this laying down. You're meant to take this fighting full force with everything that you have. And this is a message of hope. It is a message of wisdom, of reclaiming who we are on every aspect. Knight of Wands, Six of Cups, the Magician, and the Eight of Swords. There will no be going back after this. There is no way to reverse time. There is no way to go back to the past and make changes. You can't go back to the past and change the way something happened. But what you can do is learn from the past to make changes in the present for a better outcome of the future. Some of you wish that you could go back and change the past, and you can't. There's no way to change the past. But what you can do is move forward and change the future. But it starts right now in this present moment, with the truth of who you are and who we are as a collective. And I'm here to tell you that the people who think, oh, you know, these changes that are happening aren't going to affect me, that I'm immune to them, you're not. They're not. They're not immune to this. Because if part of us goes down, it's going to be a domino effect. It is a domino effect of dragging people down, making them kneel. That's going to bring the rest of us down. And it's time for the collective of us to come together, to use our skills to not take this laying down, to bring hope and wisdom and all of the other positive, wonderful things back into this world. That is what we are all being called to do. And I hear some of you asking, how can I do that? How can I go about and help make changes? Because some of us don't have talents. Some of us, not all of us can read tarot. Not all of us can inspire people. Not all of us can make big changes. It's not about big changes. It's about little changes. It's about touching base with your friends and making sure that they're doing okay, making a positive impact there. You have an old lady who lives on your street, who lives alone, who doesn't get very many visitors. Go visit her. Make some cookies. Go visit them. Send cards. Send poems and words of encouragement. It doesn't have to be big waves. It doesn't have to be. It can be little things. I'm hearing from one of my favorite movies, big trees from little acorns grow. A little itty bitty acorn makes this ginormous tree. It's the little things right now that are going to slowly pivot us to where we need to be. So don't give up and don't give in. It's going to get better. One person and one action at a time. Four of Swords. Healing. Divine Feminine. Four of Cups. And the Five of Wands. You will, with a word of caution, there's some people who will push back. That's okay. It's okay for people to not want help or not want to see the bigger picture as the observers do, or to seek the truth as the seekers do, or to break traditions like the outlaws do. That's okay. They're allowed to do what they do. Send them love and light and move forward. It's not our jobs to change people. We are here to inspire and to give hope. That is what we are here to do. And who knows? Maybe they'll come around. But it's not our job to force them to see things from our point of view. Zodiac signs that I see. We have Libra, Taurus, Virgo, Gemini. We have got more Sag. I see Sag here. Sag, Cancer, Aquarius. Fixed signs, Leo, Taurus, Scorpio, Aquarius. Yeah. This is what I see. And this is what I have for you right now. So, thank you guys very much for joining me. As always, your company is well appreciated. And I definitely look forward to doing this again. So, until next time, sit and think about what I said. Sit and mull over how you can pull yourself back up, dust yourself off, and make a positive impact today. So, but until next time, guys, I will see you later. Bye for now.